Welcome to We Do Not Have Our Shit Together Today. What's in the actual mental health, everybody? That struggle is always so real. It is always. Yeah. But we have a very fantastic, lovely guest with us. And you're in Australia right now, correct?
Yes, for this week I'm in Australia. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you live in Australia?
No, no. My
Oh.
sister does, but I actually live all over the world. I've got a place in Samoa, which is in the South Pacific. I do a lot of work there on a passion project. So I've got a place there. I've got a place here in Sydney, and a place in Canada, and then I'm off to Europe next week for a couple of months.
Perfect.
So
okay. Give me one
what
second
I
because we're still having
yeah,
technical
I can't hear
issues.
you.
I know. I don't know what we're
yeah,
doing
sure.
here. Sorry, Stacey.
By we.
Yeah.
That's right.
Just here.
Okay.
I think what we're going to do is, I think what we might do.
Last time, Rebecca, didn't we not have these on?
No, we did because we couldn't hear. And when we put them on and we're like, oh, that's fine.
Oh, that's right.
But I'm wondering if it would be easier to just do the recording and not do,
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just do voice. No recording.
Yeah.
No like
We're
video.
gonna move some
No
things around.
video.
Yeah, we're just gonna do the straight video, which should, I mean, it'll record either way, and we'll do it both on
Yeah.
recording and then YouTube as well. So either way,
Yeah.
it'll make its way to somewhere, damn it. By high and
Awesome.
hill and high water. Okay, all right.
Awesome.
You tell everybody all the I already know like the goods, and I'm excited for Kat to learn all the stuff today that you do because it's actually really, really cool. So go ahead and like share what you do, share all the things, whatever you want the world to know about you, please.
Okay. Sure. Well, thank you first of all for having me on your podcast. This is pretty cool. I'm very grateful to people that open up their spaces for me to be able to come on and share the F.I.X Code with the world, really. Your listeners are listening for the mental health side of this, which is a big part of what the F.I.X Code can do or is doing for the mental health world. The F.I.X Code can be applied in so many different areas, everything from who the heck is mommy to breaking out of the maze to finding your passion to purpose, like all of those amazing things that we actually have all these courses for that are super fun. But it's all very much fueled and backed and powered by the F.I.X Code, which is it is a it is it is a technique that eliminates anxiety and depression in a really graceful, beautiful, spiritual, effective way. Now, again, it doesn't have to be spiritual at all. It's a very technical technique. It's very matter of fact, and yet many people say, the spiritual experience is incredible every time I do it. It just feels I feel so much lighter. I feel so much more clarity. I feel calm. I feel a sense of freedom, and it's like, yeah, all of those things. Mm-hmm. So over the last 15 years of my journey with the F.I.X Code, which is it's an awesome journey. We have been able to look at the F.I.X Code and see how many spaces the F.I.X Code can help in. And mental health is a massive one. And I believe that my journey, I did not have mental health issues at all. I was not afraid of anything. I was very much I was born into an Olympic family. I was very much a Nike commercial. I was a high performance athlete myself in gymnastics. Really had that, tough mind, mind over matter, grind it out, the grit, the whole thing, truly like a Nike commercial. Do it anyways. So what if you're scared? Do it anyways. And I was all good with that. It was very much just my character, and I was fine with it.
Yeah.
But it didn't serve me very well when my world got thrown upside down, inside out, into hell, whatever we want to say. Mm-hmm. When I was 33 now, or 32. I'm now 56. So this was like a long time ago when I got thrown off of my very beautiful, relaxed, loving life. And then this particular night when I was 32, I just literally got bumped right out of my timeline. I woke up to a whole new life, like it was like fear screamed into my life, and I didn't know how to navigate it, manage it. I didn't know what it was because I'd never really felt it before. It was so many things. I was afraid of so many things that it just piled on. And I suffered in silence for 6 years. I told nobody. I didn't talk to any. I didn't. I just didn't even think about going to a doctor or getting on medication, which I still don't. Like I don't do that. And I'm not against it. It's just that I didn't even think about it. It never even crossed my mind to go get help. I just really suffered in silence and tried to white knuckle. I literally white knuckled it. When I look back over the 20 years, it was like I white knuckled my life completely. Everything from parenting to marriage to I've always had my own businesses, so that's in itself kind of white knuckling a little bit. But prior to that night at 32, I wasn't afraid of anything. I lived all over the world. I had a career with the Olympic Games for 22 years in operations, like kind of like a Rubik's Cube mind of solving big problems with a very, very simple answer. Like that's kind of what my brain does. So after this kind of 6 years of truly post-traumatic stress, probably the baby blues when I look back at it, I didn't have any of these words. Like, I don't know if people knew the word anxiety 20 years ago. I didn't. I'd never heard of it. I'd never heard of post-traumatic stress until like kind of 10 years ago. Like, I wasn't in the world of this at all. And when I met Daniel, who is the creator and founder of this incredible technique, it changed my life. And then I went and shot my mouth off in that session after having this experience. And I said to him, I'm going to figure out what you just did, and I'm going to teach the world how to do this. And he was like, I'm not really sure about that. And I'm like, oh, watch me. Like, this was incredible. Because when I met Daniel, I was very sad. I was afraid of everything. But for all of your listeners out there that are doing it, that are living their lives afraid anyways, like you're living with anxiety, you're functioning to the world, it looks like you're functioning, but on the inside you are absolutely having a meltdown or crumbling, or the bottom fell out of your life, or whatever it is. It's like there's so many feelings, like hurt and sad and betrayed and terror and fear of this and fear of that and fear of being judged, and like just it's all coming at us, and it seems to be coming at us in a rapid fire way in the last 15, 20 years, and it's getting worse. Like it's getting more rapid fire. Like there's very few moments now where people are getting peace, where if we go back 30, 40 years, it's like they lived mostly in peace, and then every once in a while they got mad, right? Or whatever. It's like it's the reverse. So when I met the F.I.X Code, or Daniel, 15 years ago, I was very sad. I was very scared. I was very low, and breaking. Like truly, I was breaking into pieces. And there was like one last straw, 45 days before I met Daniel, that was the end of my marriage, and it was 20-year marriage. And I was just like, that's it. I'm not coping now. Like I was barely coping before, but now I'm not coping. And an acquaintance made this session for me. So it's not like it's not like I even reached out. I did not reach out, right? Someone else reached out and met Daniel at a trade show and came back to our little town and said, oh my gosh, like, we know you're not okay. We don't know why you're not okay, because I don't tell anybody anything. But I owned a gymnastics club. So like I had 50, 60, 70, 80 moms in my space all day long. So like
that's
they see
really
stuff.
why you weren't okay.
Yeah, that would really be
it.
what would kill it.
That was why. Yeah. Because moms,
They were the best.
They
were the best.
Competitive sports leaders are nuts.
Yeah. So it was this one of the moms came into my office one night and said, and as of course she caught me crying, and said, sweetie, we don't know what's going on with you, but you just give so much to everybody all day long and all night long and in our community, and you never stop. But she said, I met up with this old high school buddy, like someone I went to high school with, at this woohoo trade show on the weekend, and he's doing this thing. I don't know what it's called. I don't know. But I tried it and it works. She goes, I hope you don't mind, but I've made you a session for Friday morning. And I'm like, that is so nice of you. Thank you so much. Like, I didn't even have it in me to be like, not doing it.
Yeah.
And I showed up. to this session and I met Daniel. And the next thing I know, I'm having what we call an extraction, which takes 5 minutes. It feels like a guided meditation. It's very gentle.
Mhm.
And when he was done, I couldn't feel sad. I could see why I was sad. I totally could see why I was sad. All the reasons were right there in my head, but I couldn't feel it. And that was a miracle. That was like, what just happened? And my logical mind, of course, is now going, what did he just do?
Right.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I want more of that because I feel a whole whack of ways. I'm like, on the edge here. And I just said to him, it just came out of my mouth. I said, I'm going to figure out what you just did and I'm going to teach the world how to do this. And I have done that. I have kept my promise. We have an online training. We teach, people all over the world how to do this technique so that they can then help their people, their families, their, all of that. But the F.I.X Code is all about disconnecting that horrible feeling or fear that you feel and that you can't stop and disconnecting it. And it works every single time. Now, what we go through when we're afraid of something, right? We make pictures of the future going wrong, and we can't make it stop.
Right.
Therefore, we cannot move forward into our lives. If we're afraid of something, we can't move forward, right? If there's a bear on our front porch, we're not walking outside.
Right.
So metaphorically, fear is like having a bear on the porch. We're not doing it. We're not going there. We're not going to put ourselves in that kind of danger, right? But with the F.I.X Code, when there's that fear there, it taxes the physical body. It moves, so we feel it in our physical body. Then it moves up into our thinking brain, and then the stories start, and we can't make them stop. The F.I.X Code stops all of it. It stops the physical thing, and it stops all of the stories coming up. So your mind, there's no chatter. There's nobody in your head. And that's peace to me. That's total peace. Yeah. And so that's how we, with the F.I.X Code, help so many people in the mental health world, because we can stop, the technique stops those feelings. So you stop feeling that way.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean the memories disappear. It means the memories no longer have the feeling attached to them.
Nice.
Yeah.
That would be great, because I was just saying that I would probably take the bear right now. I would take the bear on the porch and let him eat my face, because that's where I am today. I'm like, I pick the bear, let him eat my face off. No, I think that's like fast. It's, it's interesting. I do EMDR and we kind of talk about how EMDR, like, it doesn't take things away. It helps like the way you react to things. It takes that where it's not like it just stops you like dead in your tracks and you feel like you can't function, which is where like the messy part gets, right? Because you're just like, all right, I give up, I'm done, screw it, would you mind showing Kat how to do it? She did it with me, so I'm gonna make her do it with you.
Yeah. Okay. So you said it's called the F.I.X method, like it's something broken
The
in
F.I.X Code.
F.I.X Code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it stands for, the F is for FLIR, which is Daniel's last name. The I is for the practitioner's intuition. And the X is for the extraction part. And then the code is whatever we removed. So yeah, so it's like, it says it in the name. Like everything we do is right there in the name. It's very, very, it's very clear. Yeah. So that's right. You and I have done an extraction. So that it's gone. Like whatever that was, that fear, it's gone. You can try to think about it. You can try to connect with it, but it's gone. And so everything that was in that fear and attached to that fear, which was thousands and thousands of things, right? You had felt it thousands and thousands of times.
Yes.
Because the feeling is the problem. And this is where many modalities, not so much now, everybody's kind of getting on board, but that it's not the event that's the problem. It's not what you're thinking about that's the problem. It's how that event makes you feel, and that's the problem. So with the F.I.X Code, we disconnect the feeling. So that when you think about that event and every other event that you thought that way about, you no longer feel that way. And so it's kind of a neutral thinking. It's just a neutral thought, or it's a neutral event now, because you're looking at it with clarity versus emotion. It is so spectacular. Like you've experienced it. It is
Mhm.
spectacular in the moment. Yeah. So,
So I was
which
like,
is why I get
give it to her because it'll be fun for me to watch.
Yeah, well, we can do it. We can do it private. I'm not allowed to do it on
Yeah.
air. I can do it privately, but I would absolutely be honored to do this with you. I mean, I spend all day doing this. I could do this all day long. Yeah.
What do you
Yeah,
think
I would
for
love that.
you, like, what do you think for you is like the biggest aha, like the biggest moment where you're just like, yep, I'm 100%, like I'm in it for life. Like you can feel it, you know it.
It was moment number one. The
Mm.
moment I opened my eyes, I was like, this just absolutely changed my life completely. So
Mm.
even though I owned a gymnastics club, I owned it for another 3 years. As we were building this, we didn't even have a name for this for like a couple of years. Like it was, it was kind of like the technique. Like we hadn't really gone that far, and nor did we care, because the goal was to help as many people as we can by doing this, and also to keep proving it out. I studied under Daniel for years and learned everything that he could teach me. I asked millions of questions, but the aha moment was the first 5 minutes when I opened my eyes and SAD was gone. I'm like, what just happened?
Yeah.
And does this work with every single garbage feeling I have that's scaring the crap out of me? Like, and he goes, yeah, like if you can put a name to it, we can do it. Now, the cool part is that as we evolved, and my crazy Rubik's Cube mind, as I became a practitioner, because one of the things I said to Daniel was I was a client at first. Like I definitely said, like, keep proving this to me. If you can fix this broken thing here, like we're good. Like I will be your testimonial for life. And I am. Like I'm 15 years in and I absolutely love my life. Is as he was working with me, there were things in the unconscious mind where that I couldn't put a name to it, but I could put a sound to it. Like, like I didn't even realize, and like my fist would clench, and like I actually did that, or you've got language in your head like I'm such an idiot, and like even having the hands going like I'm such an idiot, or like that kind of thing, and that was actually a thing for me where it was like, and a lot of that is created when we're little because we don't have the big words. We don't know the feeling. We just kind of make sounds. And so I asked Daniel if he could do with me, because when I get like that, I couldn't think. Like I would start sleeping and my jaw was like tightening up, the whole thing. It was a real thing for me. And he's like, I don't know, let's try it. We tried it and I've never done it since. Like it was attached to so many cool things that I no longer felt like stupid or blocked or I can't do this or I'm an idiot or whatever it was that like just, and that was the athlete in me, like, standing at the like in front of the bars, or I'd fallen off the beam and it's just like get back up, like grind it out, like get back up and do it again. That was that athlete. I didn't have time for words as a child to be coming up with like, get back on the beam, just calm down, just take a breath. Like I was 10. Like it was like I'd fallen, it's like so this was a real thing for me where it was attached to failure, it was attached to I'm an idiot, it was attached to all these things. So when he did the sound with me, I kind of came back from the extraction. As you all know, it takes a couple minutes. Feels like a guided meditation. It's very gentle. And when I came back, I was like, oh, yeah, I don't feel like an idiot. I don't feel like I can't do things, or everybody else can do it and I can't do it. Like all of that self-doubt, all of that like beat down was all gone.
Wow.
So we can do sounds. We can do all sorts of really cool things. Like we call me the crash test dummy for this course because I have truly beaten the crap out of this thing from every angle to prove its authenticity. And I have absolutely put it through the gauntlet. I can't believe the F.I.X Code still like talks to me. It's just like, yeah, you haven't been very nice to me. But it is it is a quantum experience in a very almost linear way, right? Like anybody can do this. Anybody can experience it and you feel better. You just
Right.
start feeling better. Yeah. Yeah. And I was depressed. I was in post-traumatic stress. I was all of those things. And this technique lifted me up and out of it. Yeah.
Do you ever do this technique with littles, with kiddos?
I sure do. Yeah. So, and the reason I can say that is that my son was 5 when he met the F.I.X Code. So he, interestingly enough, he texted me before I came on today and he's like, hey mom, you got 5 minutes? Which I know he's got a code. So I just said, do you know what it is? And he goes, yep, it's called drained. And I'm like, all right, let's do it. He goes like, I'm so drained. I'm like, got this. So after our podcast today, I'm going to connect with him and I'm going to do the feeling drained. So he's 22 now. And he's known the F.I.X Code since he was 5 years old. So he is a child. He's lived a life, truly, where he has no memory of not having the F.I.X Code in his life. So anything from hurt, betrayed, sad, angry, agitated, the Gen Zs, I think they're the Gen Zs, their favorite word is annoyed. And so like all of that stuff is, and any fears, like fear of public speaking, fear of being center of attention, those were all his kind. He's very reserved, and yet things don't go fast enough for him. So he's feeling like this whole drain thing. It's like, oh my gosh, like I need everything to speed up. It's going so slow, so he just feels very drained right now. So I'm going to do the work with him, and within 5 minutes, he's going to feel great again. So with the gymnastics club, that was when my son was 5, like 5 years old to 10. Daniel worked with all the moms in my office. So all the moms would drop their kids off and then line up, to have sessions with Daniel in my office. And I worked with the kids. I'd have little kids that like, you can just see though they're sad or whatever. And I'd be like, hey, come here for a sec. And little one would come and kind of flump on my, I'm sitting crisscross applesauce and they'd kind of just flop on me. And like, they were 4. And I'm like, what's going on, baby cakes? And she's like, just so sad, and I'm like, okay. And they all started to call it magic. So that's kind of how the children know the technique. It's called magic. And they would just come to me and say, can I have some magic? I'm feeling this way, or I don't know how I'm feeling, but I don't like how I'm feeling. I'm like, okay, well, let's figure it out. And they're like, okay. And they would ask for magic. But this, like the first time I did it, this little one was like just so sad. Like she was so sad. She flopped down and the face was down and the tears were coming down her face. And I'm like, what's going on? She's like, I'm so sad. And I said to her, would you like to do some magic? And she's like, yeah. She was into unicorns and magic and all that, like 4-year-olds are, right? So it just kind of happened. And I guided her through the process, as I did with you. Like it was, again, very gentle. And she came back to now, floated back into her body and opened her eyes. And she just looked at me like, wow, that was magic. And I'm like, I know, right? She's like, oh, and that was it. Like I was helping every little person that wanted help, I did. So as we grew up, as I grew up with the kids growing up, everybody wanted in my car after baseball or soccer or whatever, because they all wanted to drive home from the game, doing magic with, everybody called me Miss Stacey because I'm the gym, but like they all wanted to jump in my car to do magic. And it was everything from, the 8-year-old at the soccer field that missed the ball or was embarrassed, or, fear of their dad was watching, fear of disappointing their parents, like all of those things. So all of these kids have known the F.I.X Code, and then now they're teenagers.
Yeah.
Right. And now I've got they're all the same kids, but now they're teenagers and they're going through all of that stuff. So all the kids had me on speed dial. And of course, they're out Friday nights doing their thing. And I'm getting texts going, I was standing in the bathroom and I came up, like one of those girls. And I just said, okay, put your earbuds in and I'll call you. And I would call them. I would do the extraction. And within 5 minutes, she was back at the party having a good time. Or she was leaving the party because she doesn't even want to be there, or whatever it is. And that's how the kids in my life grew up. They don't know life without the F.I.X Code. Their moms don't know life without the F.I.X Code. They're like, my friends were doing this 17 years ago now, where we've all just had it in our lives, and we couldn't imagine being a mom and not having this. So yeah, we work with kids all the time.
Okay. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. What do you got?
That's wild.
Because you got littles.
I do have littles. I have a 4 and a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
So is this like a one and done? Like you do it like I'm
No.
really anxious about like whatever it is, I don't know,
Yeah.
something. I get
Yeah.
my brain is like fried. So
Yep.
is it just like you focus on a particular feeling in the moment and it makes it go away and then it comes back, or like how do you?
No. So it never comes back. So we look at it like it's a parasitic program, right? So when we get rid of like, if we're doing a detox and we get rid of parasites, that parasite's never coming back. It's dead, right? Like it's gone. That's what this is like. It's just that these parasitic programs actually have names like hurt, betrayed, fear, whatever it is. And they're attached, these things are attached to our memories. Yeah.
Hmm.
Wasn't like, I don't know if there was a cosmic plan or whatever, but that's what happens. Okay. And whatever we do the work on never comes back, but the next thing is going to kick your ass.
Hmm.
So, for example, if you're afraid of failure, right, and now that's gone, but your next fear is fear of looking like an idiot. Well, that one's going to come up and kick your butt. So what's going to happen is you're going to call me back, or you're going to call a practitioner and go, yeah, I'm getting my ass kicked by this one. And they're like, okay, close your eyes. And we do that one. So it's like the onion theory is it's real. Like you've got to unpack it all. But as you start to unpack, you get lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. Like it just kind of keeps getting lighter and better. So the way that I look at like depression keeps you down, right? Like it's down here, you keeps you very low, where anxiety keeps you up in here, right? Like it's like like I don't want to go like this, okay? So we with the F.I.X Code, we ask something called a magic question, and I will ask you because if you can't find what's going on, the magic question will help you every single time. So here we go. Biggest problem you have in your life right now, when you think about it, how does it make you feel if you could put it in one or two words? What we say?
Well, my default emotion is always anger.
Anger, right.
Like
So
everything makes me angry because it's like a protective emotion.
Okay. So can you think of anything in your past that when you think about it makes you feel angry?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So here we go. So this is what we would do. So you and I, after the podcast, we will do the feeling angry. We will do that. And then if you guys want to go back on and do a little loop going, yeah, it's gone because it will be gone. Is anger, and I can do this, by the way, all day long with every feeling out there and every fear. The feeling angry has three symptoms, and it's the same three symptoms in every single person that feels angry. And here's your symptoms. You run out of time. Okay. You can't think. Yeah. And you can't think, run out of time, and you feel overwhelmed. That's anger. So when angry is gone, you will no longer feel those things. You will no longer feel overwhelmed, can't think, and run out of time.
That sounds like Rebecca.
Yeah, but again, I can do work with both of you.
You were very today. I was angry earlier today. I was frustrated. I wasn't angry. I was frustrated.
Yeah,
frustrated.
Because usually frustration is when something isn't going the way you want it to go.
Yeah.
Or you can't make somebody do something.
Yeah.
It's so fun. It's so funny that we're having this interaction because Rebecca and I are both struggling with like totally different things, but we're both feeling similar emotions.
The same way. Yeah.
We're running out of time, things aren't going the way we want, or like we're overwhelmed and we like can't think straight.
That's angry.
Yeah, we're both like,
that's
but
angry.
for totally different like reasons. And it's fun that you're like that this is happening because she just came into my office like a half ago, hot, like lit up.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm gonna need you to slow the fuck down because
I was fired up.
You're very angry and there's a solution here.
Yeah. So we'll totally get those for sure. We'll get that. And you've actually just proven my point because with the symptoms, everybody's got the symptoms. The content is different. Why you're angry is different, which is why other modalities look at why are you angry? What did that person do? How, what's the triggers? And in our world of the F.I.X Code, it's like we're so far in the future with this, and I can say that because it's true, is it's not the content that's the problem. It's not what she said or how he did it or what he didn't do or whatever. It is how you're feeling when you think about that.
Mm.
And you feel angry. And now when you think about it, all your angry stories are in your head. Yeah, but I was pissed off when that person did that. And there's hundreds and hundreds of events in your life, moments where you feel angry.
Mm.
But now, if we do the F.I.X Code and remove and extract anger, anger comes out of every single one of those events because that's in your head. They're strung together because of anger, not because they're similar.
Mm.
Right? The events are very different. Why you're angry, there's 1,000 different reasons why you're angry.
Mhm.
But angry is the one common denominator. You're angry. That's how you feel about all of those events. So we disconnect anger and all of those events change for you in your head. Because now you're not angry. Now you're just like neutral.
Mm.
So how you react is a big deal. Your response to the same event is going to be neutral versus lit up.
Mhm.
Because you're going to be able to, one, think, you'll be calm, you'll have clarity. You're not trying to do anything. It's just what they're doing. And you might walk away going, they're an idiot, and keep walking. Or that's never going to happen. I'm going to move on. Or I actually don't even like that person. Oh, there's something I've never seen before. Like you just start to see a completely different life because you've seen it through anger every single time.
Mm.
Where now you're not going to see anything through anger. You're not going to feel it. You're not even going to notice it. And the result of not feeling angry is you've got all the time in the world. So one of the things I always say, and it's totally true, I'm time wealthy. I have so much time.
Mm.
Like I'm so time wealthy. People are like, can you stretch? Like, are you literally stretching time out? I'm like, yeah, I am. I absolutely can manipulate time. Because the one thing that steals time are these parasitic programs because I'm unconscious. I'm constantly unconscious. And now 2 hours have gone by and I haven't done anything I want to do because I'm thinking about crap in my head and I don't even know what I'm thinking about.
Mm.
But I've wasted 2 hours because I couldn't think. Well, now I can totally think. So I actually have 2 more hours in my day than you do. And what I can do in those 2 hours is a phenomenal amount because I'm clear.
Mm.
I'm not trying to navigate my emotions every single freaking minute of every freaking day. I'm just not. I'm
Yeah.
literally clear. And when people say to me, like, what's this space that you live in? Like, what does your life, your head, your body feel like? It's space. I have so much space because I'm present. And present is all space. There's nothing in presence that's pulling me. There's nothing pulling me out of presence.
Mm.
And so I have very long pockets of time in presence, and then something will trigger. I will call it lit up or whatever it is. It's like tax my physical body. So it means I have a parasitic program. And then I say, what's it called? Because it's going to be dead in 5 minutes.
Mm.
And when I find the name of it, asking the magic question. I mean, and by the way, I always call Daniel. I always, say, Daniel, ask me the magic question. He does, and then he does the work with me. And then it's gone, and I get on with my day. So I lost 5 minutes. That's it of my day, because I had to figure it out. It was taxing me and pulling me out of presence. And this is the solution for mental health. And this is why people are learning how to do this.
Mhm.
And then applying it in their lives with their families, their clients, their best friends, their moms, everybody. Because once you learn how to do this, you're going to do it with everybody. Because you're going to start, like, so for example, let's play it out. If the two of you knew how to do this, she would have walked in, lit up. You would have said, hey, girlfriend, biggest problem you have in your life right now. When you think about it, how does it make you feel? And she would have said, I'm so fucking, or whatever, And all of a sudden you would have been like, great, close your eyes. Bam, gone forever. That's how you guys are going to change each other's lives every single day. That's how you're going to change your kids' lives. That's how you're going to change your friends' lives. Because you're in it, in the moment, you see what's going on with the people that you love, and you can put an end to it and stop it right now. And this is part of kind of the galactic purpose of all of us here right now is it ends with us. This old crap, this whole life of parasitic programs, this whole thing that they've sold us is over. And the other part of like the fun stuff that we're doing is if you don't want to become a practitioner, that's totally cool. But we have so many fun courses that you can take that are backed by a practitioner, that you can take these fun courses together with, like, you can do it individually, you can do it as a group, you can take them together, like, where are you at, what are you doing, how did you find this code, you know, that kind of thing. And then you sign up with a practitioner and they then do the work with you through the course. It's super cool. So we've got something for everybody, that you can go deep into your own healing by also learning a whole bunch of fun stuff about yourself. And every course is about you. Every course that I've created is all about your freedom and helping you get rid of these parasitic programs in a really fun way by learning like how to break out of the matrix, which is called Beyond Amazing. Like, break it out into fun words, you know, like amazing, like stop amazing, like let's get out of the maze, you know, that kind of thing. The bridge to your authentic self, like what is stopping you from actually living your life, the one that you are here to live. Let's get rid of all that crap. If you are supposed to be a content creator and you're afraid of being the center of attention, you're not going to be a very good content creator, right? But without the fear, if the fear is gone, you're going to be on fire. You're going to be able to make videos all the time. Or if you don't like how you look or something like that, you know, you think you look ugly on camera or whatever it is, let's get rid of those fears, those blocks that are stopping you from doing everything that you want to do, because that's what these things are doing. That's what this mental health crisis is. These things called parasitic programs are kicking the snot out of everybody. They're keeping us either in fear or like up here in anxiety or in depression. They're pulling us up and down and up and down. If we're not depressed, we're up in anxiety, and we just swing. And some people handle it better than others, but it is kicking the crap out of everybody. And this technique helps immediately. So yeah, it's going to take a while, but so what? It's already taken a while. You know what I mean? Where we know when anger is gone, it's gone. Now the next one's going to come up, so call me back. Like, that's it. Just call me back and we'll do the next one. Yeah. And people are doing therapy now. People are going every week to sessions now. Some people are going twice a week. Well, we can do it like this. I don't need to see you in person. It's like this. A lot of the times I don't need to see you to do this. I can do this over the phone. Like, I have many clients that I've never seen. I only ever know them over the phone. Yeah. And because of the lifestyle I lead, like even today I'm like, I don't know if it's 7 o'clock a.m. or 8 o'clock a.m. Like I just gotta roll with this, because I'm constantly in different time zones, and I'm trying to make sure I got it all right. Most of my clients are all in different time zones. Sure. So I can do every one of us, every F.I.X Code practitioner can do this over the phone. Okay. We can do it over Zoom. We can do it in person. Like, but yeah. Okay.
You're in.
Yeah, I'm down to try it.
So
I mean,
are you okay
cool.
if I pause our video and then you do it with Kat, and then we'll see how you like it?